just before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is the best way to buy any Rocket League items or credits on any platform and at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Go and check them out using the link in the description and use code TXE to get yourself 3% off your order. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get a fully white car in Rocket League. I'm going to be running through the methods. There's literally loads, so make sure to stay to the end to get the best method to get yourself a fully white car. But just before we get into the video, I'd like to mention I'm giving away a white octane every 1,000 subscribers on the channel. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and finally join my Discord server using the link in the description down below. I give away a white octane every 1k sub, so make sure to sub if you haven't already, because you could win yourself a free white octane. Now, the first method we're going to be taking a look at is eSport decals, which I'm going to be honest is a little bit of a stinker. The methods will get better throughout the video, but we're going to be starting off with possibly the worst method. It's still pretty good, but yeah, you can get yourself a kind of a white car using some of the eSport decals. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't looked at any of these. They've been updated recently, I believe, but some of them have a little bit of white on them and they look pretty decent. I'm not going to run through each and every one of them now, but yeah, for example, this one has a decent bit of white on it. Obviously, it's not going to be fully white, and also a bit of a downside. You also have to buy the eSport tokens. They do cost real money, so obviously not ideal. That is why I've started off with this method, because yeah, it's not fully white and you have to pay for it as well. There might be some better decals as well. As I said, I haven't run through them. This one's kind of white again. You can get it on the Octane Fennec Dominus, but if you don't use those cars again, it's not going to be too ideal for you. But yeah, a little bit of a stinker to start off with. But we're going to be stepping it up with the second method. As you can see on my car right now, it looks pretty much fully white. Obviously, there's a bit of blue in there as well, but we're going to be taking a look at paint finishes. Now, I've used the ombre decal. I believe it's around 100, 200 credits, something like that, so not too expensive. And I've also gone over and put some paint finishes on. So we have metallic pearl and anodized. I don't know if it needs to be these two. I just had a little play around with it. You can change it around a little bit as well. Metallic has a similar effect as well. Anodized or anodized pearl is what you're going to need on that accent color. But for the second one, I don't think it really matters. Metallic pearl looks really nice. Metallic looks nice as well. You can obviously play around with some other paint finishes to try and get the best looking one. Pearlescent as well genuinely looks really clean. That's probably better than the metallic pearl which I had on before, to be fair. So yeah, play around with it. You might be able to get yourself a very nice white car. But yeah, on the orange team as well, I mean, to be fair, these probably aren't the best colors to use. If we change that round a little bit, yeah, that actually looks really, really sick. Change it to pearlescent as well. So, oh my days, what's going on? Pearlescent, there we go. That actually looks really, really sick, to be fair. Not sure what it would look like on the octane, so we'll check that out. If I go white octane, to be fair, not ideal. So maybe this design is just best on the Fennec. Yeah, that looks really, really sick. Make sure you got those colors sorted, because it actually looks insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that looks like pretty much a full white car from the front. But there's also some other decals you can use. It doesn't just have to be that ombre decal, if I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, there are some other decals. For example, the silver decal kind of works. I know, as the name suggests, it is mostly silver, but it still does provide you with mostly a white car. So if you have the silver decal, chuck it on your car and it will get you a pretty nice design. But I'm not going to lie, that ombre method was probably the best one so far. But obviously we're going to be stepping it up again with the next method, and this is one of my favorite methods to actually use to get yourself a fully white car. So what you're going to want to do is go over to play, go down to custom matches and private matches, and then create private match. And what you can actually do in the team settings is change some of the colors around to white. So now if I load in to the private match, hopefully this doesn't take too long, and then I'll go on the white team. As you can see, I will now have, yeah, the fully white car. Actually looks really, really sick. I'm on keyboard and mouse, so this isn't going to be the best gameplay, but yeah, as you can see, fully white car looks insane. But the downside of this method again is it only works in private matches. I'm going to be showing you how to do this in an actual match, but yeah, obviously you've got yourself a fully white car, which actually looks really, really cool. But now if I go back to the main menu, I can show you how to do this in an actual match. So not just a private match, although when you're having fun with your friends or something something you can put that mode on and get yourself a white card. But if you go over to profile, manage club, if you don't have a club, if you're not already in a club, it will say either create a club or join a club. If you go over to manage club, you can actually edit the team colors. Now these are from when I made the fully black card. But if I go ahead and change this to white, as you can see, again, you've got yourself a white card. But because this is a club setting, it will only actually enable when you're in a club match. And the way a club match works is, I don't believe a club match can happen in ones, but when you're in twos, threes, then if you and your teammates are on the same club and the opponents are all on the same club as each other as well, that'll be a team match, and then these colors will enable. But another thing is, you can't have a decal on, just because I mean, if I show you, I'll put a decal on right now. We'll go with a random decal, that one, and go over to profile, manage club again, edit team colors again. The car looks okay, but it isn't fully white as the title of this video suggests. But I'd really wish Rocket League actually made a fully white car decal, or just something where you could go over to maybe garage, customize car, and actually just change it to fully white. So for example, if I did that without a decal on, I could just make it fully white. Obviously that would be ideal. You can't actually do that, which is really upsetting. And also another thing with the team matches, they're quite rare as well, so it's actually quite rare that you'd ever get in one of those matches. But yeah, as I was saying, it's really annoying Rocket League doesn't just have a feature where you can make yourself a fully white car in the normal menu without having to go through all the extra effort of making like decals and team matches and stuff like that. It's really annoying. However, there is one more method that is the best method by far to get yourself a fully white car. Now unfortunately, little disclaimer here, it is only available on PC, so unfortunately for those other platforms you guys won't be able to do this. But if you are on PC, you can download the Backers mod, and if I press F2 right now, I'll get a little menu up on my screen where I can change around my car. So if I enable item mods at the top, you can see I've got myself some Goldstone wheels, the white octane, a grey mainframe, and also a cheeky white hat up there as well. So no one else can see these items, they're not actually in my inventory, but for the purpose of this video, yeah, I can change around my car completely. For example, if I want a white car, I might have to quickly take off that decal as well. But there we go, I've got a fully white car by using Backers mod. As I said, no one else can see this, but at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. You're doing it for you, so yeah, you guys can see it, so that is all that matters. And I can also change around everything else. So for example, if you do have Backers mod, you might not want to just use it to get yourself a white car, because if you can have any item in the game, you might want to completely mod your car out, get all the alpha items. So if we go for the Goldstone wheels, which I've literally just taken off, we can go with the alpha boost, we can go with the gold cap as well, antenna, beta nugget, sure, we'll get that on there. And yeah, I've got my car completely stacked out. So yeah, of course you can get yourself a white car, but you can also do some other insane things like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Make sure to download it. If I remember, I will put a link to download Backers mod in the description down below. As I did say earlier, it is only on PC. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if this video helped you as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.